Ladies and gentlemen, joining me on the show, the MMA veteran, Paul Loga, who'll be fighting June 24th at Eden Hills Hotel in Queensland. Beatdown Promotions. Mate, what are we up to? Like 15, 16 pro fights now. Where does this fight sort of sit in your career? Are you still hungry to get to the top, or is it just kind of you just love fighting?
I think this is my 16th pro fight, or maybe 17th. I'm not too sure. I lost track. Yeah, I'd love to still get to the top, but I started fighting because I love fighting, and yeah, it's just sort of wherever the journey takes me, it takes me.
Now, with a guy like this, obviously main event, do you feel that pressure? I believe you're training with Damien Brown now too. So, like,
Yeah.
do you kind of feel that you're like, shit, I got to put on a show?
No, Damo's pretty cool. He's obviously I come to his gym. I was already established fighter, and he's sort of just been polishing off, and I've been getting along with him quite well. And his cornering is amazing. After my last fight, pretty much talked me through it. So and yeah, he's whacked me in as a main event. So it's not the first time, and hopefully it's not the last time I'm a main event.
Now, do you get nervous? Because obviously you're an established fighter, so going to most gyms, you're kind of fine. You're kind of almost the man. But when you go to a Damien Brown who's fought all over the world in the UFC, Ryzen, all that sort of stuff, do you kind of go, oh shit?
No, he's actually he's very down to earth. If you didn't know him, you probably wouldn't think you're a fighter if you didn't know what he's done. And I think a lot of people forget how good he is. And he every now and again he reminds us in the gym.
Well, I just chatted to him, and he said that he is not retired. He will never retire. So can you give us a little insight? How is he looking in the gym?
He's it's just he comes in. He's carrying a little bit of weight at the moment. But yeah, if he wants to turn it on, he can turn it on. He's got heaps of tricks up his sleeve. Like just last Saturday, I was moving around with him, and he was hitting me with some things, and I was thankful that he was pulling all the shots because I think I'd be asleep still.
Yeah, he was talking about because he was trying to get that George Sotiropoulos fight, but they won't get him down to lightweight. He's like, I need super lightweight. He's like, I can't make lightweight in 8 weeks.
Yeah, he's carrying a little bit, but the man's still vicious, and you can still see he's very hungry to get back in there, which is cool to see, and it's yeah, it's motivating to see someone a little bit older, fought all over the world, and still wanting to fight.
And when it comes to like vicious fighters, you've fought all of them, and some just haven't gone your way. But a lot of the guys that you've fought, like Shannon Ross, Steve Erceg, they're all in the UFC. Do you take kind of pride in fights like that, or does it kind of inspire you that you go, no, mate, I can be at that level if I want to be?
Those fights were I've just shows that I don't turn down fights. Like it doesn't matter how good they are. I'll always turn up. That's it. I'm never going to say no. And yeah, it's very cool to see him succeeding, both of them, especially Ursu. But yeah, no, it is. It's motivating. It's cool to see where they're at.
Now, there was a tough fight. I can't remember if it was the Shannon Ross or the Stephen Erceg fight. There was one fight where you were really considering almost being done with the sport. Yeah. I think you even spoke about how you didn't know if you thought you had it anymore. Obviously, you feel rejuvenated. You got a main event slot. Sorry, I got some tea myself. And you're right back. You can see the hunger that you've got. What was the switch? Like, where did it go from, I don't know if I can do this anymore, to, no, I'm a main event fighter in Australia?
I think it was the Usyk fight because it was just so heartbreaking. You were sort of right there, and it was a hard camp and hard weight cut, and you got there and you're like, surely nothing will go wrong, and then it all goes wrong. And yeah, it's just, I don't know, I guess the people around me, even my old coach, Marcus Collins, like, he sort of always pushed me. He's like, you're not done yet. No, you're not done yet. And now I'm with Damien Brown, and obviously he doesn't think age is a factor. So he's pushing me along. And, of course, my partner, she sort of said, if you stop now, you'll always regret it. So here I am, and I'm glad for those people.
Well, they always say like you've got the rest of your life to be retired. So I
Exactly
mean,
right. Exactly right.
you may as well keep pushing. So not at Sassam anymore. Did that just what was the change in the camp? What happened there?
It was just, I've got a lot of love for him, for Marcus and the whole Sassam team still. Just a lot of fighters left, and a lot of them at the moment they're, I think, just starting out, and it just started to become hard to get prep for guys like Usyk and Shannon Ross and whoever comes in the future with essentially guys that are like super green because the coaching there is fine. Marcus is awesome. But yeah, I just needed more bodies and guys that shut up every single time. And at base, there's that. And base is 6 minutes from my house, whereas Sassam was about 40 minutes.
And how are you balancing now that you're in the? I mean, you're still a young man, but obviously now you got your own family. And how are you balancing family life with being a fighter?
So the missus is due in I think 8 weeks. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I haven't really thought about it. She's always told me you do what you want. You know, she understands I've only got a small window to fight, and then once that's done, I'll always be there. But yeah, I think it'll be tricky. But once again, I see Damien Brown do it, and he does business, he trains, does all the rest of the shit. I don't know if that man ever sleeps. So if he can do it, I can do it.
Are you going to turn into this is what I'm fighting for, or are you going to turn into I don't want to hurt people because now I'm a father? Which way do you think you're going to
I don't think. I don't think I'll. I don't know. It's weird. I don't
go?
want to ever hurt. I don't want to ever hurt anyone. But when I get in there, I want to hurt them. So I don't know if they'll change or not.
And is it something? Do you want MMA for your kids to get into? Is it one of those ones like I fought so you didn't have to?
um, if they want to, they can. I mean, if she wants to be a dancer, she can. If she wants to be an actor, she can. I'm not. I'm not too fast, but they'll do some sort of self defense.
Yeah, and obviously jiu-jitsu and whatnot, you've been really well known for. Why did you get into mixed martial arts to begin with?
I stumbled across it. I got sick of playing footy. I had too many injuries. There was a sign said Brazilian Jiu Jitsu at a Healthworks center. When I was at the gym, I signed up and never looked back.
And I know it's hard to sort of envision, but what does like the next couple of years look for you in the sport?
I want to stay busy. I mean, I think I called out every bantamweight in the country after the last fight. But the way Damo's running it is I don't want to know opponents. I've already told him it's a yes to me across the board. He can decide the rest. Like all I need to know is a date and a time and a weight, and I'm there.
Do you mind promotion? Like, are you talking to Hex Eternal? Is that, or is it still strictly beat down?
No, I'm open to all of them. I mean, I think the more promotions there is, the better. It's more opportunities for fighters to get around. And you can't have one company sort of controlling it all. Otherwise, you're sort of at their mercy.
What are your thoughts? I know a guy's looking for a fight. You're a busy man. What are your thoughts on Cody Haddon?
I think he's a talent. I think someone actually commented on my Instagram before, not my last one, the one before, if I'd ever fight him, and I said yes, of course. But yeah, he's awesome. He's an absolute savage. He's a nice kid too. I spoke to him a couple of times. Real nice dude. Yeah, he's very talented.
Are there any fighters out there that you haven't gotten in the cage with yet that you really think, man, before I'm done, we've got to get in there?
Whoever thinks they're the baddest, that's who I want in there with. Whoever thinks they're the baddest, and all they got to do is contact Beatdown, and most likely I'll be there.
And in terms of beatdown promotions, Damien Brown talks about like the fighter experience and what he does for all the fighters going into the show. As a fighter, he knows what fighters need on fight week and whatnot. Have you noticed any difference between beatdown promotions and other promotions that you fought on?
So I've only fought on Beatdown once, but last time like he had a whole sauna place hired out just for the fighters to come and cut weight. And he had one of the fight dietitian staff members there to check all the blood pressures and all the stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. And like the Edenfield's a great venue. It's nice. It's clean. The change rooms are clean. The warm up area is clean. It's nice to fight there.
And do you think he's giving you like almost like the coach's son style, like where he can't show that he's showing his fighters too much leniency? Do you reckon he's going to make it a little bit harder for you?
Yeah. I mean, all the guys he matched his last guys with in the last card are all like a lot of them end up getting beat, but that's because he's evenly matching them. But yeah, I mean, he's my coach. It's his show, and I want to show out on his show, and you know, just represent base training center the best I can.
Yeah, and it's pretty awesome that you get to watch the whole card YouTube for free, which is amazing. And going into your fight with Parker, how do you think it's going to go?
I watched him years ago when I was an amateur. He was headlining an Eternal actually against Tim Moore. And I think he's a strong wrestler. I think he's gonna want to stand and strike, and I think he's gonna go back to what he knows best, and that's wrestling. But if I can keep it on the feet, that'd be great. But if it goes to the ground, it's all good too.
And before I let you go, it's kind of a question I ask everyone, but like after it's all said and done, how does Paul Loga want to be remembered in mixed martial arts?
Oh, the guy that just gave it a crack. Never turned down fights, always showed up. That's it. It's always been my work ethic that's kept me here. Otherwise, I would have been gone a long time ago.
Mate, it's absolute honour to see the fire back in you because, like I said, I was worried a couple fights ago when you sounded like you were done, and you're so exciting to watch. So I'm glad that it's been a total 180 since you call out of every bantamweight alive. So I'm looking forward to seeing you fight. I wish you the best, mate, and obviously with life as well, and hopefully we can chat after with the victory.
Awesome. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Take it easy, brother.